Hey, welcome back to OxytocinCentral TV. I'm Brian Post, your host with the most. This month we are talking about the importance of family here in OxytocinCentral. So I thought we'd take a little field trip, and we came to a construction zone, and you can see behind me this big pile of gravel. And what's important about this big pile of gravel is actually this is the foundation of someone's house. This is the foundation of someone's family home. And on behind me a little further, you can actually see the beginning of a foundation. Well, see, what's important about this is that oxytocin, a healthy oxytocin development system, combats stress, not just as infants or as children, but throughout the lifespan. And when you think about your family, there are all kinds of families that we're involved in. There's a family we grew up with. There's a family that we live with now in our own homes. There's our work family. There's our spiritual family. If you're a church person, could be your team family, your athletes that you perform on a team with, or your choir family. It could be any number of families. And the reality is that even though family is typically a very good thing, there are lots of stressors that come along with just basic family obligations. I mean, you can think about the fact that you have aging parents. I know I do. Or you can think about having parents that are ill and that you're going to have to eventually take care of. You can think about having your siblings aren't in the best condition, causing stress there. You think about just the life stressors of keeping your family taken care of. So there's all kinds of stress and obligations that come along with family. And then what happens in our brains is that the more stressed we become, the less oxytocin that we're producing. And the less oxytocin we're producing, the more spread out we become as a family. And you think, I live in fairly close proximity to some other people, and in a long time ago that used to be considered a community. So you had your community family. Well, stress, if you think about, I don't know where you live, but stress causes us to distance ourselves from one another. We may live 50 feet from someone else and not even know that person's name, not even know anything about their family. But when I grew up as a kid, I knew everyone. Every family knew each other, and we all looked out for each other. But the thing is that over time, we've become more stressed out as a community, as a family, and as a society. And so that's why oxytocin is so very important, because the more stressed you become, the less oxytocin you produce. The less oxytocin you produce, the more prolonged that stress experience is going to be. And then you're going to have less and less relationship, security, and strength in your family. So that being said, I want you to go back and I want you to think about the foundation that you came from. I want you to think about the importance of oxytocin in that foundation. And you look at that house right over there. That house is just now being constructed, all right? That house is already built on a foundation such as this gravel and this rock and this other foundation here that's going to be presented. So I want you to think about the foundation of your family. Think about how solid it is, and I want you to work this month on maybe reinforcing that family foundation, that structure, that stability, pulling it back tight, and if you don't know your neighbors, go meet at least one neighbor and focus on releasing oxytocin. You deserve to live a life that is enriched, a life that is stress-free as much as possible, a life that is full of love, and a life that is full of connection. And you can do that starting today. Have a family dinner. Did you know that family dinners, having meals together with your family, is one of the greatest predictors of children who don't go on and use drugs and alcohol and all those kind of things? Just having family meals, because they promote so much oxytocin. Play a game. Go over and invite your neighbors over for a barbecue. Go out and pick up the trash in the neighborhood. Make your space, your external space, a more beautiful place, and that's going to release oxytocin not only for you but for those around you. So this month, while we're celebrating family, Really think about love. Really think about oxytocin. Think about how you can bring more oxytocin into your life and secure the foundation of your family even more. And then branch out from there. Expand and spread the love. And as I always tell you, spread the love even more. Tweet this to your friends. Put this video on Facebook. Come on, let's promote some oxytocin. Let's promote some love. I'll see you next time.